Okay, hey everyone. This is take 3 or 4 of this at this point. I basically wanted to simplify what we talked about in class and just give you a really straightforward way to do your script writing. So I'm going to sort of scale back a little bit and just give you an example of the most straightforward and simple way to do this. If you choose to do it one of the other ways that I showed you, that's totally fine. You won't get marked down for it. But this is just the easiest possible way to do it without any sort of extra stuff. So I'll take you through it really quickly, and this should help you get that assignment in for this Friday, and you can also feel free to refer back to this video in future writing exercises, because you will be using this format for pretty much everything that you do moving forward. Okay, so to begin with, I'm going to start with a blank page. And you'll notice that the first thing that I did is I created a page number down at the bottom. The way that I did that is I went down to my footer, and you can do that by going Help, Footer, Insert or Move to Footer. Click there, it'll take you down there. Center Justify it by clicking the Center Justify button, and then you can go to Insert, Page Numbers. I go to More Options, Start at 1, Show on First Page, and the footer Apply. All right, that itself may even be more steps than you need. You might be able to figure out a quicker way of doing it. If you do, that's great. Either way, you just want to end up with that number 1 in the middle of the page at the bottom in your footer. This, again, will make this happen automatically for you, so that if you write your script and then go back and make rewrites, the pagination will change automatically instead of requiring you to go back and fix it manually, which is just way too much work for anyone to have to do. All right, so I've added my page number to the bottom of the script. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that my font is Courier New or Times New Roman. Courier New or Times New Roman are the two fonts that we use most often when writing scripts or screenplays. The reason I like to use Courier New, and the reason that most people have a tendency to use Courier New, is because the font is standardized, and that means that the spacing between characters is uniform, which really helps when we format a script in a way that is time dependent, meaning we want every page to represent about a minute of stage time. Like I said, in screenplay writing, that is much more specific, and playwriting, we've got some more flexibility. But nonetheless, Courier New just has sort of become the sort of standard. So I use Courier New font, and I use it at 12 points. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm not even going to worry about these blue arrows yet. Don't even worry about them. Don't stress about them at all. We're going to just write the script, and then we're going to go back and fix a couple of things using those blue arrows later. For now, the goal is to be able to just write about as quickly as you think. So I'm going to give you some keystrokes that are going to help you do that, and I'm going to show you the proper formatting at the same time. Again, in previous lessons and previous videos of this, I've sort of showed you a couple different variations, but in order to keep things simple today, I'm just going to use what I consider to be the simplest variation of all, and feel free to use this and just make this habitual for you. All right, so starting with the blank page, the first thing I'm going to add is a stage direction. To do that, I'm going to hit the tab button once. Again, I have in the past said 1 or 3. I learned 3. 1 is perfectly fine. I'm going to suggest you just use 1 for this, because it eliminates a couple of keystrokes for you. So I've tabbed in once, and I'm going to start my stage directions. I italicize my stage directions. This is also optional, but it's a really nice way of making sure that you don't confuse your actors by not letting them know which is which. To do that, the keystroke is on a Mac is Command I, and the keystroke on a PC is Control I. And again, I recommend that you memorize the keystroke rather than using your mouse to hit the I each time, because it's time that you don't have to spend doing that. So you're going to say Control I or Command I. You're going to add a parenthesis, and then you're going to begin your stage direction. So I'll say this is a stage direction. I use it to set the scene and let my actors and director and designers, for that matter, know what the play should look like in the first moment. All right. Now, you will notice that this extends to multiple lines, and it is not totally aligned yet to this one indent, and that's okay for now. Like I said, the purpose of this is to just write and go back and fix things later. So I'm just going to leave it how it is for now, and I'm going to then enter my first character heading. For this, your character headings need to be in roughly the center of the page, and for this, I use 5 tabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That puts me in the center of the page, and then I use either caps lock or I just hold the shift button to make this all capitalized. So this will be character 1. Again, I recommend you use 5 tabs in instead of using your mouse to center justify. The reason for that, again, is all about timing and just getting yourself in a rhythm of being able to type and as quick as you're thinking. All right, so I'm going to then go immediately to the next line to create my first line of dialogue. This is the first line of dialogue. I am going to make it a little bit longer of a line so that you can see what it should look like if it extends over a few lines. All right. I'm going to fix the word dialogue, which I always spell wrong. And then I'm going to leave it as it is. That's all you need to do for dialogue. Dialogue is very easy. Okay, so let's say I want to do another stage direction. I'm going to go down 1. You can choose at this point whether or not you want to just do one enter or 2 enters. I like 2 because it gives me a little bit more white space. And then tab in once, italicize using Control-I, parentheses. This is my second stage direction. Now here you can either continue with dialogue from the same character. This is the same character's dialogue. Or if I wanted to not do that, I could add a new character heading by going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, caps lock, character number 2, and a new dialogue. This is character 2's dialogue. And that is about it. You've got stage directions, character headings, and dialogue. Now, you will notice that most stage directions will sort of fall on one line, 1 tab in, and you don't really need to do anything with it. For stage directions that take a little bit of space, like this first one here, this is where at the end of your script, you're going to want to go back and reformat it. And this is probably the trickiest part of the whole thing. But once you've got this mastered, you'll be able to do everything. So you're going to highlight everything. And now you are going to use this, this blue arrow. You're going to move the whole thing in and align it with all of your stage directions, which is about 1/2 inch in. And make sure it's all falling on that same indent line. You're also going to want to go over here to the right margin and bring this in a solid inch to the 5.5 inch mark. Boom. That's how all of your stage directions should be formatted. Again, we're not worried about scene headings, act headings, or title pages right now. I'm going to show you how to do that later. But this is how you should do your scripts, which include character headings, dialogue, stage directions. Curry your new font, page numbers at the bottom of your page. If you can master all of that, you will get 100% on your next assignment. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, that's it.